Hello, Tulip. Can you introduce yourself?
Hey, I am Tulip. I'm 19 years old, and I've spent just about 14 or 15 years in the foster care, I believe.
What was your experience as a foster kid?
Um, it was very similar to being like a ghost. I moved around a lot, and I kind of felt like in that sense, it made me not feel seen.
Did anyone help you not feel like a ghost?
Um, actually, you. Um, just kind of some examples of that was kind of the way that you forced me to eat at the table and just kind of do these weird family things and like hugging and just movie nights, and it made me feel more like a kid instead of some object.
I took you in at age 26. So do you think that was a good thing, a bad thing? Do you think I did it too early? And I did it as an unmarried man, so I was just a single man, 26 years of age. I took you in as a teenager. What was your perception of me having done that?
Um, it was actually kind of surprising. It even today, like it's still surprising because the things that you do for me even now is more than what I would get from my own mom. And back then, clearly, I got more from you than my own mom too. And it just surprised me about the capability of a 26-year-old versus someone who had plenty more kids, plenty more help, and plenty more time to learn, but clearly didn't.
As a foster parent and also as a Catholic, I considered it my mission to lead all my foster children closer to God and ultimately to heaven. That's my end goal is I want you to get to heaven. In what way do you think I helped you with this mission?
Um, I think just giving me consistency, uh, like making me go to church. Not really making me back then, but I would pretend to, because where I'm from, it's not really a favored thing, so I didn't really think it was cool. But
So would you say I was successful in getting you to come closer to God and understand Him more?
I think that you now have given me a very clear path to do so, but in a weird sense, I kind of feel like it's only up to me.
For anyone who might consider foster parenting and doing so out of a sense of mission and a sense of Christian charity to lead the children closer to God and towards salvation, what kind of advice do you have for anyone that might consider going to foster parenting not for the money, not for the stipend they give, but actually had a mission and trying to genuinely help and care for and love that child with the love of God? What's your advice to them?
Um, my advice to them would just be stability and consistency in basically everything. You try to make the home the same, try to make church the same, and it mainly just stems from the fact that that kid really hasn't really had all that much of consistency, and they've watched their family go up and down, up and down, up and down. So just try to be there and try to be the same for that kid.
One more question I have for you is this is the last time I'm visiting you before I travel 1,500 miles to Texas to go to seminary to hopefully become a priest. And so, what are your thoughts of me now taking the path to the priesthood after having spent 3.5 years foster parenting? And obviously, you spent 14 months in my home, so for a very huge part of the time as a foster parent, you were there. So what's your perception and what's your thoughts as I now go into discerning the priesthood? Do you think it adds something that I might become a priest with this experience? Do you think it might give me more insights having had this as a backdrop and then becoming a priest? What's your perception? What are your thoughts?
Um, just the idea of you becoming a priest personally in my life, um, I really just kind of verifies the whole idea of you being a spiritual leader in mine. I've kind of, you actually have pointed it out and helped me realize it, which is odd and oddly enough, but really it's just I've thought about it a lot, and I think that it can offer more guidance in ways, and I feel like it can definitely help me realize different things within my own life just because of talking to you and knowing you for as long as I have, and just, you know, how relationships are, watching each other grow and change.
And you know, at the end of the day, I'm very grateful for you. I know it's easy to see that, hey, this person provides something in my life, he's helping me, and it's easy to feel like you're just receiving, but you give to me as well. You know, even the fact that I see you grow and I see you accepting the help I offer you and I see you develop and I see you mature. At the end of the day, that reflects back on, you know, it's a kind of success for me. And it it even offers a validation to me, right? You say that I give a kind of validation to you, you give a validation to me as well. You know, because at the end of the day, part of the life mission, part of my mission is I want to get to heaven and I want to bring people to heaven with me. And so if I can see that what I'm doing is actually having success in your life, is actually helping you, you're actually cherishing and treasuring it, that is actually a gift to me. That's worth gold to me in my life. And so it doesn't matter if you think, oh, I'm just receiving from. No, you're giving as well. And so I want you to understand that, and I want you to realize as well that you are a gift to me. I'm grateful for you. And I think there's a reason God put you in my life. You know, there's no, you know, happenstances, no that God put you in my life for a reason. And I want you to know I'm very happy with you. I'm grateful for you. I'm very happy you're willing to do this interview and share all this. And I genuinely love you. I think you're wonderful. I think you're awesome. I love you. So thank you very much, Taylor. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you too.